It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Play fake. Murray. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Chubb running right. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Slam, slam, slam. Watch the ship.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Escaping the pressure right. Locke showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Watch the safety green. Shoot! Run right.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check three. Bravo.
They'll try the air now with Locke. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. It's caught by OBJ. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the left hash, this from 39. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Kamale Correa coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now Murray off play action. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. It's complete to Drake. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Rolling to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop it.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Now Luck. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Andy Janovich, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Browns 10, Cardinals nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 receptions. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Murray now. Going deep for Hopkins. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now a man who punted for the Browns in 2015, Andy Lee, on to kick it away. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taylor Gabriel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Seibert on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score around 17. Cardinals nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
From the 30 on second down, Murray finds the open target, Arnold. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Here's Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Murray now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. And it's second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Mike, 53. Mike, I got you. 53.
Off the play fake. Murray sliding out of the pocket. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down right around the 37. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rush in.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
He's on right. He's checking crack.
They'll run again with Hunt. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Locke. And he locates Walker, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. On the ground, it's Chubb. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Pick your game up. 58's the money. 58's the money.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Hey, 58 is the money. Well, 58's the money. Right for that.
On 2nd and 15 now. Luck. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the 50, it's Long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. With Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Off-play action. Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kamale Correa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And here we go on 4th down with Murray. And the pressure gets to him again. Kamale Correa And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Watch the screen.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And a good run as he manages 7 yards now to the 17.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Check out. 622.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Undercrush. Check safety.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Browns.
Check out. 40. Yeah. You don't want none. Check 99.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Check out. 674. 3 bucks.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Luck. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Luck now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Check tight. Switch.
Off the play fake. Murray under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And the catch made by Hopkins. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On first down, it's Hunt. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Seibert on for the PAT. And they're able to up the lead by one more.
Next to score, Browns 31, Cardinals nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Murray, he finds Hopkins complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Murray and company going for it on fourth. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Check 49, check 49.
Kill, kill, kill.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan.
Let's go, baby.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. A give right side now to Hunt. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Let's go, Mexico.
Switch, switch, switch. Check, check, check.
Strong right.
Check 44.
3rd and goal. They're going with Chubb. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. Now a hit and a loose football.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
He felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start the drive with Drake. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Right back to him on 1st down. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. And they will take a knee here.
A loss of a yard.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the shutout, Adam. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Cleveland, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7, and they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the